I'm going to be breaking down all of the new forgeable weapons that you can craft in the Lighthouse in the Curse of Osiris expansion, and I'll also be breaking down which prophecy verses correlate to which weapons. So if you have a particular Lost Prophecy quest to do from Brother Vance and you're wondering what the weapon reward is, then you'll find out in this video. A quick thing to note is that there are 10 weapons, each of them has a Lost Prophecy verse to complete, but there are actually 11 nodes on the forge in the Lighthouse, so there is an additional weapon that we can actually unlock, presumably when we've unlocked the other 10. And quick spoiler alert if you don't want to know what the final weapon is, but the final prophecy is called Another Verse, a tale that's different from the rest. The thread unfurls against the clocks, the one the speaker loved the best must have a perfect paradox. So this is indeed a unique weapon verse, and this one actually correlates to the perfect paradox shotgun. This is the Saint 14 themed shotgun, which we can currently see in the database. So it does appear that at some point we will have a special verse that is unlocked, and there may actually be some kind of a quest behind this, but considering this is probably the final weapon, I'll break down the perks for this one at the end. So onto the forgeable weapons themselves, we have the Garden Progeny 1. I'm not going to break down the perks and everything for this one because this is essentially the first verse that you have to complete in order to unlock other verses. So you'll almost certainly have that one already, but the second verse weapon is the Conqueror 2. Obviously the number on the weapon correlates directly to the verse itself. So this is a kinetic SMG coming in at 900 rounds per minute, so very much like, I believe it's the Suros or Omelon SMGs. So it's adaptive frame, but we have the bonuses Steady Rounds, we've also got Extended Mag, and finally Tactical Mag in the middle column, and then the bonus right here is Kill Clip. So I believe this is going to be one of the only Kill Clip SMGs that you can find in this particular archetype, and Kill Clip can be a pretty devastating bonus, so I think with Steady Rounds and Kill Clip this could be a pretty decent SMG. But for Weapon Verse 3, you'll get the Jack King 3, which is an energy hand cannon right here. It is 150 rounds per minute, so it's in the higher rate of fire archetype, similar to Dire Promise. The bonuses, we have Ricochet rounds, as well as Tactical Mag, and then we've got Accurized rounds, and finally Pulse Monitor. Pulse Monitor auto-reloads part of the magazine when the wielder is critically wounded. I believe this is one they showed on stream before the release of Curse of Osiris. Not the most exciting hand cannon, but we'll have to see when we get our hands on it. Verse 4 is for the Machina or Machina Day 4. I believe that's how you say that, but it is a kinetic pulse rifle at 320 rounds per minute, so that is the high impact frame archetype, the very low rate of fire pulse rifle. We have high caliber rounds though in the middle column, also appended mag, and finally Tactical Mag, and then the main bonus is Ambitious Assassin, overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading. Again, not the most exciting archetype of pulse rifle, and definitely the bonuses aren't super thrilling on this weapon either. For the bulk of this video I don't want to give too many impressions on the weapons, this is mainly kind of a guide. I do plan on talking about these though in a kind of review of Curse of Osiris soon. For verse 5 though, we have the Traveler's Judgment 5. This is the sidearm from the set. It is an energy weapon and it comes in the adaptive frame archetype. We have armor piercing rounds though, also accurized rounds, and then steady rounds in the middle column, and finally Headseeker. Body shots landed with this weapon increase precision damage for a short time. So this sidearm is the same archetype as the Last Hope, which has just received a minor nerf to its rate of fire, but there's definitely some potential there. I mean, it's got pretty high stability. You've got accurized rounds, which bumps up your range, and then steady rounds as well, and Headseeker, which is going to bump up your damage if you hit body shots before you hit headshots, which definitely is going to happen from time to time with the sidearm, so this thing could be pretty fierce. Verse 6 though will result in the Sol Pariah 6. This is another SMG, this time as an energy weapon. It is once again 900 rounds per minute, so lightweight frame. We've got flared magwell though, phase magazine, ricochet rounds, and then finally we have Grave Robber. Grave Robber actually isn't too bad of a bonus potentially in PvP if you're really up close and being aggressive with an SMG. Another thing this weapon has going for it would be phase magazine, which is going to drop the rate of fire, I believe, down to the anti-OP archetype, so that definitely improves damage performance across the board, makes them easier to handle, and I think on the consoles especially, people do enjoy those slower rate of fire SMGs, so this one also could be fairly decent. Verse 7 though is the West of Sunfall 7, which is a kinetic hand cannon. For the bonuses though, we have accurized rounds, we've got extended magazine, we also have high caliber rounds, and then we've got auto-loading holster. The holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. So it will be pretty interesting to try this one out. But for verse 8, we have the Infinite Paths 8. This is lightweight frame, 450 rounds per minute, so it's just like the Nightshade. We've got alloy magazine, then accurized rounds, drop mag, as well as dragonfly. It does have corkscrew rifling in the sights, so with a combination of that increasing range and stability, you could also go with accurized rounds for more range as well. And then dragonfly, is still a nice bonus in some situations. It's nowhere near as good as Firefly. It certainly is a pretty cool looking weapon, but we'll have to get our hands on it to see just how decent it is. Verse 9 though will result in the Null Calamity 9. This is the auto rifle from the set, 600 rounds per minute, and it is the energy variant, so it's just like the Scathe Lock, I believe. That is an adaptive frame archetype. We have flared magwell though, we've got tactical mag, and then appended mag. And finally we have Zen Moment. Causing damage with a weapon increases its stability. And Zen Moment, for an auto rifle like this that fires fairly quickly, actually could be a pretty good bonus. I don't think we've had too many Zen Moment assault rifles, especially in this archetype, so this could be fairly good as well. So for verse 10, we have the final numbered weapon from the set, which is the Future Safe. This is the sword. So its adaptive frame comes with the uppercut attack. We've got jagged edge as well as hungry edge. We have the option of burst guard with low efficiency, high defense, or balance guard. Sword guard has balanced efficiency and defense. And then the bonus is on guard. Quick attacks immediately after swapping to the sword do additional damage. On guard is typically a fairly decent PvP bonus for swords. I think in terms of PvE, many people would have preferred to see the bonus that returns ammo to the magazine, but of course that has been changed a little bit with Curse of Osiris as well. Either way, that summarizes the full suite of numbered weapons. The final weapon is the Perfect Paradox Shotgun. And like I said, it appears that there will be kind of a unique or special verse that you get unlocked at a certain point in time, perhaps after completing all of the others. But the lore for this weapon does link directly to Saint 14. Stats wise though, it's 100 rounds per minute, that's rapid fire frame, so it is full auto. I believe exactly the same as Hawthorne's Field Forge shotgun. We have flared magwell, we've got steady rounds, and then accurized rounds, and finally Rampage. Kills with the weapon temporarily grant increased damage, which stacks 3 times. So this is a pretty unique bonus for a shotgun, we don't see this many times. These full auto shotguns can certainly be pretty fun. I certainly think it's a really cool looking weapon, and I'm curious to see exactly how we obtain it, what things we'll have to do for that final verse. But that has been a breakdown of all of the weapons you can unlock by forging in the Lighthouse, and exactly which numbers correlate to which verses and all that kind of stuff. So I hope it has been a useful video, guys, to help you decide which weapons you want to chase down if you're after specific ones. If you have enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated below. Let me know any of your thoughts on these weapons, and like I said, I will summarize some of these in my thoughts in a review for Curse of Osiris.